Hey everybody, my name's Ed. Okay, so we're going to do another comics review. This time it's going to be Sheriff Babylon from 2016. Okay, so I've got the first six issues in singles. So that is one, two, three, four, five, and six. And then I have the trade. This is volume two, Pow Pow Pow, and that's got issues 7 through 12 in it, I guess. Okay, alrighty. Oops. Yeah, 7 through 12. Alrighty. Okay, so basically, this was set during the time of the U.S. Iraq War in 2004. A murder takes place in Iraq, and a young American officer must get to the bottom of it. So he navigates his way through the murky and ambiguous moral local landscape of the city. Along the way, he has to form strange allyships and deal with unknown enemies. So the creators are Tom King. Tom King was, in fact, a real life CIA agent who volunteered after 9/11. King soon became known for his comic book works on Batman, Omega Man, Vision, Mr. Miracle, Wonder Woman, and other titles. He's won Eisner Awards for his Batman and Mr. Miracle work. Bitch Girls is mostly known for his Mr. Miracle, Batman, and Strange Adventures, and I think Gerald as well has won like Eisner and Ringo Awards for Mr. Miracle. And I should, yeah, well, we'll go with that. So the plot basically is Chris Henry is a military consultant. He's training with locals to become Iraqi police officers. So one of his men is killed and he has to get to the truth. He can't do it alone, so he has to turn to a local cop and a female liaison. They are subject to conspiracies, double crosses, and legal problems as they try to reach the truth. So we have Chris. He's a pretty sympathetic and capable man. He's a military consultant who's there to train the new police forces under a rough environment. What's interesting is he's not portrayed as some sort of badass necessarily. He's a guy who's capable of a lot of compassion, and he just seems to be caught up in a tough situation. Sophia is a woman politician who negotiates with the locals and the Americans in an unstable government. So she navigates between government corruption and area criminals, and also happens to be in a romantic relationship with Chris. And she isn't above bending the rules herself. Nasir is a local police officer. He's morally compromised and he's a cynical man. But as the story progresses, we kind of learn how his family tragedy may have motivated his actions and his beliefs. And the characters all have pretty interesting relationships and interactions with each other. We see how their ambitions and conflict complement each other, and how they conflict with each other as well. So again, this is the comics set in the aftermath of a real war. So after 9/11, America was on a high alert against terrorism in the Middle East. And under the pretext of Saddam Hussein having weapons of mass destruction, the U.S. invaded Iraq in 2003. Saddam Hussein was overthrown, and America and its allies set about to kind of restore order in the area, but to kind of dubious success. So the U.S. troops left in 2011, and the story is more or less set in 2004. So Sheriff of Babylon is pretty interesting as a drama and a thriller. So it's a character piece and it looks at issues of the time. And while there's action and violence, the comic isn't just an action fight comic. It's kind of more of an exploration of the fog of war, culture clashes, as well as some shocking violence. And the story doesn't give easy answers, and it ends on a cynical note that sometimes suggests that justice can't necessarily be won in an easy or traditional way. Especially in this unstable government and post-war uncertainty. But you do get a sense of satisfying, or maybe not so satisfying, revenge. Now the art is kind of sketchy, but at the same time it's pretty tight. So Gerald's good at anatomy and fabric and background details. This with panel compositions creates a real sense of place. So there's some harsh browns and oranges. We get some light greens, cold blues, muted colors in some places that really enhance the kind of stark mood and atmosphere. And there's a lot of interesting strict panel work, but Gerald varies it up between full page, all horizontal layouts. Then we get all full page, all vertical layouts, and then we switch back to traditional like 9-panel grid pages. So most of the staging and compositions are like medium shots, and then we get some well-timed splash pages for punctuation and emotional impact. So it gives the comic a sometimes cinematic feel while at the same time feeling like a structured and organic comic book art. So just to give you kind of a taste here. Okay, so bam, double page spread there. Here we go. Kind of really formal stuff happening here, right? Unexpected violence, but it's not necessarily comic booky. It's not that kind of Jack Kirby stuff that you're probably used to if you read a lot of superhero type comics. Here we are. We're getting back to the kind of 9-panel grid here, but here. Ooh, here's some kind of gory stuff here. Kind of get that long, widescreen, horizontal type thing. Again, spicing it up again with the vertical panels. Here we cut to, here we're introduced to Nasir. Mr. Cold, cynical guy. All right. Let's see here. Let's look at some other stuff here. Again, bop, 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 bop. Pow. Double page spread there. Again, here's another scene that's very comic booky but very cinematic at the same time. It's another different way of handling it. Again, conversation where people are just kind of sitting around. But then, bam, big page spread. As a character kind of delivers the kind of punchline to the scene. Let's see here. And here we go. Just more moody type of stuff. Okay, so to kind of wrap it up. So to wrap it up, Sheriff of Babylon by Tom King and Mark Gerard is well done and provocative comic. It's a drama mystery set during the Iraq War that wrestles with, in a serious way, with the personal and political toll of the war and the moral ambiguity and the conflict and futility of nation building. It's well written with good dialogue and intriguing character work. The art by Mark Gerard is very quality art, realistic sketching but tight, good storytelling and layouts, and all in all, it's a gripping tale about political and personal conflicts wrapped around a pretty interesting mystery. All right, so that's it. I've got to thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. You have a great day.